All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel.
What's good with you, Redskins?
Fired up as their guys are ready to do
What's good with you?
between the Dublin Shamrocks and the Kansas City Cheifs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
I guess you're not turning your mic on, is you?
They're going to need some therapy after this.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Yeah, baby!
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Kill.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's
you got the rookies in play already, boy. I see you.
Offensive line, they'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down.
Well, that's on me.
Wide open receiver.
That's on me.
Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st down, Dublin.
Mike set. I got him. Jam him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Let's go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get in the weight room.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down. throwing is Mahomes on third. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
Watch the twist.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Let's go, baby.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
22 yards there, a first down.
And the Dublin first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55. On the ball. Hey, switch gears. Kill. Check three.
Here's Watson. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Chiefs,
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback and off.
Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that 3rd down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
Come on, fellas.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still set. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check 3. Watch twist.
Here we go.
On 2nd down now. It's Hubbard. And he's got some space here. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 74 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're running it. Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Back to throw, Watson.
Just like that.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Dublin.
22, Jet Bomber. 22, Jet Bomber. 29. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. No. Alert. Off. You go tight. You got tight.
Watson just beating the play clock. Dancing to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's it, huh?
A great effort there. With his first career touchdown in his first career game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
His kick is good. Makes the score Shamrocks 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now he's this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Check four. Back.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
42's the mic. Here we go. Check. Check 99. Check 99.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Watch the back.
On Sunday.
Second down at the 26-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mahomes going to throw, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Faking the give. Now Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20.
Wide, get wide. Check.
Yellow.
Check. Check the backer, check the backer. Slam, slam, slam. Check, 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 check. Check, check.
Come back.
Shift, shift.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Deron Payne able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Flare. 15. Check your hot read. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Switch. Motion.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Check, 55 to Mike. Watch twist.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Look, there he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
All day, baby, all day, baby.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll take over 1st down and 10.
Let's go, boys. Bring
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I'm going to hit you all day.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Run.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 50.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
We're set. 19. Watch 55.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, 31. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Tighten up.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
Run.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Watson.
Eat. Watch the run.
And he finds McLaurin. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's go, boys.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Switch. Shift.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hubbard, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Watch the screen. Hey, get him.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Montez Sweat able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the edge.
Hey, we got to snap it. Out we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in